customizing keyboard shortcuts, or how to create a customized profile. The Lambda system has already got two environments. The first one, like in this case, text mode, and mathematics. For the most common mathematical elements, there are several shortcut keys, as we have already seen. For example, to write a root, we use Ctrl-R. For a compound power, we use Ctrl-Shift I. For a fraction, we use Ctrl-Q, where Q stands for quotient, and so on. There are also hotkeys for some system functions, such as the usual copy, paste, select all, or search. Then we also have duplicate expression, as well as the commands for the calculator. Obviously, we don't have key combinations for any possible mathematical element, since there would be too many, and memorizing them all would be complicated. Also because it would be necessary to use complex combinations of keys, as is the case with sets, where we have two keys, Ctrl-E and then another letter. Yet it is possible to customize this association, because for a limited period we may need to use certain elements more frequently. So, even if just for a short time, it may be useful to associate certain elements to keys which have not already been associated. This may be useful, for example, in sets, or for first or second degree symbols with angles, or even with the symbol of infinity, which is normally introduced in the final years of secondary school, and so it makes no sense to associate it to a key from the very beginning. So, let's see how to create a specific profile and add a shortcut key among the available ones. In Menu, we look for Profiles. By clicking on Customize, a window opens and we can add a new profile by clicking on plus. We'll call that profile Test. It is important to copy all the previous profiles, that is the system ones, in the new profile. Then, with a complete profile, we'll copy the previous information with all the values of the shortcut keys, so as not to have to change the default ones. At this point, in the test profile, we can add shortcut keys. For example, we can go to the symbol group and look for the infinity symbol. We may decide to associate it to Ctrl 8, for example. 8 reminds me of infinity because of its sideways symbol, but I might also associate others. Yet, should we want to associate it to a Ctrl A, when we try and input it, we'll get an error message, since Ctrl A has already been used in the default menu for Select All. This is important because this way we'll avoid modifying default combinations. So I'll choose Ctrl 8, and in fact it gets accepted and it gets associated. We can see it in this window. Now we can click on OK, and if we digit Ctrl 8 within the test profile, we'll actually get the infinity symbol. Then, when we launch Lambda, we'll just have to choose the profile referred to a certain period, which can therefore have a specific name. For example, set profile will mean that I have associated all the symbols of the set, or logic, to all the shortcut keys, so as to input them more quickly from the keyboard.